So this side deck, extra deck, main deck?
You can start with the main deck. Hey guys, Zeramus555 here. I'm here with Dan. He just won champs with Hat. I don't have one of these on my channel, and the deck might be dead by the end of September, so I figured I might as well do a deck profile now. So let's get down to the main deck. You just put it on Kai's head there.
Alright, so there's the main deck. Well, I chose to run the deck because it's very consistent, but I find the deck doesn't really have any major big plays, like, oh my god, this is going to happen. Yeah. It just kind of sits there and picks away. So
yeah, good grind deck.
Yeah, 2 copies of Maxi, get through the deck quicker, pretty much 1-for-1s, it's a plus. Or
did you like these all day?
For most matchups I did.
They were good against me.
They were good against you. That's the only game that were really effective.
Yeah.
But they were never really dead in my hand.
It's just a better version of Upstart, basically.
Yeah, that's just it. I like it more than Upstart because it can get more than one card. It doesn't give them the life points.
Yeah.
And Infernities. I thought I was going to see at least one Infernities.
I thought Watson was going to be here playing, to be honest.
It's one of the only cards I think you can drop on the first turn and say, there you go. And you kind of need at least one turn against Infernities, or you're just...
Yeah. That's why I play it too. I think it's just good if you go second and you draw in your opening hand. It means you can actually get to play the game a little bit. So
yeah, exactly. And 2 copies of Ice Hand.
Yep.
Just a little less consistent with back row being there for it to destroy to get its special summon effect. But also really annoying and just it's Ice Hand, right? So I ran 3 copies of Fire Hand.
Okay. And you like that ratio?
The ratio worked out really well.
Yeah.
No matter what, there's always going to be a monster to destroy or need to be destroyed, and it also didn't. At 5, I found I was still getting my hands consistently per game, but I found they weren't clogging in my hand.
Yeah, right.
Where I found when I was testing it at 4, 2, and 2, I wasn't really seeing any of the hands where you want.
And you want to open this guy more than you want to, or this guy.
Yeah, I'd rather have a Fire Hand opening than an Ice Hand as well. So.
Yeah.
And there's always bottomlesses around, so chances are you're probably going to lose one Fire Hand due to a bottomless. So that being said...
Especially in the mirror match, most likely.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people expect you to run 2 and 2, so when you see the third one, it can create some animosity there. I run 3 copies of Trap Tricks Mermelio. Too good.
Yeah.
It's
probably going to go to 1.
I can't say enough about that card.
It's insane.
You open that card, you got a chance to win every game.
Yeah.
So... I ran 3 copies of Trap Tricks Dynamite.
Oh, 3, wow, okay. How'd you like 3? I see most people play 2.
I also liked it at 3. I was playing it at 2 for a long time, and then I was finding I was drawing either one of those, none of those, or I was drawing all these, none of these.
Right.
I found at 3 it let me play them a little bit more freely without having the other ones, so I could just drop, say, 1, use it, and then I could even use Dione to get Dione back, and use Dione's. To get back bottomless, it stops the opponent for a turn. It can, even if you only have it for the 1 turn.
Yeah, it still makes sense.
It's enough. You search out bottomless with this, your opponent's immediately going, what am I going to do? What's the difference if you're bringing it back for this for a turn?
Right.
You got 1 turn, either you're going to get a free plus off of it, or they're going to slow them down for a turn.
Yeah.
So, and that's the whole key.
Yeah, so it's a +1, right?
Yeah,
it gets you your free XYZ, and both these, if they're special, get a plus.
Yeah, and then you also get a pop with that. And they're not affected by your opponent's trap holes either. Which is
pretty big.
Which is retarded. There's so many times today where I played Dionea, Romello,
and hit a bottomless. Yeah.
Like probably 3 or 4 times today. It's kind of stupid.
That's why I don't play bottomless right now. I don't think it's all that good.
One difference between my deck is I play 1 Scythe.
Okay, cool.
What he does is when he's special summoned on my opponent's turn, my opponent can't special summon from the extra deck.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's good.
So he just stops telegraph plays. He's really good against Sylvans. Mirror match is also really good. They can try and make some plays and you can shut them down. I really like it against Infernities. If you go first, you can Sanctum, pop out a Scythe, and they're stopped right in their tracks. There's no ifs, ands, questions about it. Also with Call the Haunted. They can do something, set up, Call the Haunted.
He's the same as Moraltax, just when he's special summon.
Yeah, just when he's special summon. And he gets his effect, so that's pretty good. I play 2 copies of Beagle Tech, pretty standard.
Snoopy Tech.
3 copies of Morale Tech because he is the untargetable brokenness of broken. Just.
And did you like the 6? Because most people run like the 5, right?
Yeah, most people run 5 before. I like the 6 just for consistencies. I always have 1 in the back row. It makes Beagle Tech, because when you special summon Beagle Tech, you have to destroy back row. It's not an option.
Right.
It's not up to 2. It's 1 or 2. So
it's mandatory, right?
Yeah, it's mandatory. So I'd rather, if I have to, I'd rather pop an artifact, get it out of the way, than hit one of my spells or traps.
For sure.
Maybe have it sitting there. So it just, and also running 5, you open a bunch of Sanctums or a bunch of these and you draw your Ignition late. You have to have an artifact in the deck to play Ignition. So you can make Ignition dead if you don't have an artifact in the deck.
I think it's a really good card. I always kind of wonder why people stopped playing it, because it was being played at first, then everyone just kind of cut it. So.
And it's a TCG exclusive too.
Yeah.
So I mean, I personally like it. 2,200 is it's a little extra of a
good
push.
number. Yeah.
So it gets over the opposing Moral Text if you play the mirror. So it's pretty good, and Beagle Text as well.
Did you bring it out much today?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I played it against Watson actually in my last move. Instead of bringing out a Moral Tech to destroy his Moral Tech, I brought out a Beagle Tech, which destroyed another Beagle Tech and a Scythe.
Nice.
To stop him from making any further plays, and then on my turn I went into Pilates. And just
more pluses.
Yeah, just pluses from there. So that's my monster lineup.
How many is that? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
6,
10,
9,
5,
12, 15,
17? 19? Okay.
19, so
I count Maxi as trap, so these are trap monsters.
12, yeah, 15, 17, 19 monsters in
Cool.
total.
Alright.
Alright. We'll go on to the spells. I run 1 MST.
Good call.
Just it's free. Right, it's MST.
Yeah.
Never seen enough about it.
MSTD Fisher.
Yeah. I run 2 Ignition.
Yeah.
Partially, I only have 2. I'd probably side a 3rd. I don't know if I'd run 3. I kind of like the 2 and 1 just for that.
Yeah, because this can be dead late game, right?
Dead late game, and the only one you only really get a bonus on for hitting your own is Beagle Tech. So it's really, you're usually only getting 1 and searching 1 anyways. So
right.
I like 2 and 1. I might try Double Cyclone over this, or adding a Double Cyclone as well. I didn't have any to test it. In theory, probably what I would take out one of the dichotomies for is probably a Double Cyclone or a 3rd Ignition. I did run 2 of these today. It was consistent. I had it and I used it, but there was a couple games where I open-handed too and kind of sat around. But
yeah,
I also played against Mike and he was wishing he drew them. So
recycling's good.
Recycling.
Avarice is banned for a reason.
Yeah, and also when you're not running 3 of each hand as well, it kind of makes your hands a little bit stronger.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, and then I ran 3 Pot of Duality, because I think it's probably the best draw card in the game right now,
absolutely.
besides Sylvan Charity. But as in standard draw, this will upstart because you get to choose what you want.
I don't get the whole upstart thing. I've never liked the card personally myself. I don't like giving my opponent life points.
Fernies is the only deck I really like it in.
Yeah, but that's because you can just get so much advantage it doesn't matter.
And that's because you just want to dump everything from the hand.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
That's all I ran for spells, just consistency and a little bit of tech.
Why no Dark Hole or Book of Moon? Because isn't Book of Moon kind of good in the deck?
Book of Moon's pretty good. I like Book of Moon more match, but I found with this deck there's a lot of already spot kill as it is, so I have spot kill, so why would I want to put something face down?
That's true, yeah.
And Scythe does stuff like, stops them from doing their exceeds and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
And Dark Hole is just too slow. In my mind.
It's going to be less played, I think, now with Shadows and Yang Zings and stuff
by
like that.
the time it's time for me to play Dark Hole, I feel like I've already lost the game.
Yeah.
So, and I don't run Soul Charge, so I don't have the Dark Hole Soul Charge set up play.
Yeah.
I figure Soul Charge, I don't like paying the life points, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And you don't get, if it was a quick play, and I got my artifacts on my opponent's turn, cool. But that's why I play Call the Haunted. So,
Call's pretty darn good still.
We're going to move on to the traps. I think I ran 1 Wiretap. I played this actually over Compulse today.
Compulse is mediocre right now.
Compulse is mediocre. Like I said earlier, the deck already has a lot of spot kill, and I figured it was just another spot kill card. So I just wanted, one more. I found MST being blind. Adding a second MST might hurt me, but adding 1 more of this might make me play a little bit more controlled and have a little bit more setup for when I actually need it.
Right.
And it actually, I played it both games in the finals against Sanctum both times. So
nice.
Right there, it proved its worth. That's why it went in the deck in the first place, because I actually thought Charles was going to be playing Hat as well. So I thought I'd be seeing a lot more Sanctum today than I did. So worked out really well for me, actually. Tori, also another card I just added back into the deck.
Still really good.
Really good. I don't know why anybody would run Dark Hole and not Tori, or just...
It's responsive.
This card is just ridiculous. And with so many trap tricks running around, it gets around trap tricks.
Yeah.
So
it gets around Sylvans, trap tricks,
lots of
dragons, Karkuri.
It's too good right now, too good. Warning. Can't
course.
say enough about Warning. Bottomless.
Yep.
Can't say enough about Bottomless. 2 copies of Trap Tricks. Trap Hole Nightmare. Really good. I do really like the new Space Time Trap Hole that just came out.
I was going to ask you, are you running any of those? Or?
I'm not. I do own 2. I chose not to use it today because I feel like it's going to raise popularity when pendulums get a little stronger.
Yeah.
And people start dropping 1 or 2 cards from the hand, and then you say, okay, back to the deck. So
Yeah. I've seen a lot of OCG builds since the card's come out running the card, or decks I should say, running the card.
And if the card was whenever your opponent's special summons, not just from hand or extra deck, then I would run it over these. But these hit anywhere that's special summons, so it's just a superior card in the meta today, I think.
Plus, it's just as searchable as the other ones. So.
Yeah, just as searchable, no different. So it's
That's when you can use. Is it the turn the monster summon, right?
yeah, only the turn the monster special summon and uses its effect, but it also negates the effect. So I mean, I used this on Excitation Night today. I've used it on. I mean, I played on Yukari Curries a couple times.
Yeah.
Just pretty standard card. I run 2 copies of Dimensional Prison.
Still good.
Still good. I was running it at 3, but I found that I wanted to be a bit more responsive, a bit more chainable, opposed to the attack. So I actually moved 1 to the side deck because they're too good against anybody that's running Winda and hands and Eels.
Dragons.
Not so much dragons can be dealt with other things like Deep Dark Trap Hole and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But Winda, that's the big one for me, was Winda, because Winda can't be destroyed, so it needs to be removed. 2 Call the Haunted, way too good in the deck. You get all your Trap Tricks effects, you can get your Beagle Tech, you can get your Morale Tech, your Scythe, just anything that's in the graveyard on your opponent's turn. You
Mermelio gets effect too.
Mermelio, it's an MST.
Mandatory.
Also, why I only run 1 MST is because. Also, why Ignition isn't as good is because of End Phase, Mermelio, Pop. It's gross. Battle Phase, so many situations this card is so good in the deck. And the start of the deck, 3 Artifact Sanctum.
Of course. You think this needs to get hit, or you think Moral Attack needs to go?
I think this needs to go to 2. Moral Attack's not.
This is just a really broken Abyss Sphere, it seems. It's
this nuts. Just you. No matter how you look at it, it's a plus. No matter what, whether you. If you have no artifacts in the deck and you leave it, it gets this. Your opponent can't even Judgment Dragon with this. You set it, and they don't even know. You Judgment, there goes your Judgment.
Yeah.
There's countless pluses this card does. It's it's anything that special summons a monster from the deck for free is good. On top of special summoning something that gets its own effect. On top of having chainable to MST, getting a destroy effect. In my opinion, this is the best trap card in the game right now. There's not a better trap out than Artifact Sanctum.
Yeah,
it's better than Warning right now, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely.
Just on the fact that it's at 3.
Yeah.
So that's my hat build for the main deck. 40 cards.
We don't need to see the side deck, just the extra deck's fine.
No, that's fine.
People like to keep their side decks secret.
Yeah, I don't mind. This is the side.
Is it really quick? DD Crow?
Yeah.
What's this one do?
This one I was actually testing it out today. It's a quick effect.
Is that a new one?
Yeah, it's a new one from the new set. It's a quick effect. You can tribute it from your hand or your side of the field, and cards can't be banished for the rest of the turn.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
So my thought on it was if
helps with the hands.
Going second, I can help my hands. I can stop Stinging Street Patrol from Infernities. It stops Macrocosmos for a turn. And if I don't have it at the end of the turn, I can still Sanctum it, tribute it on my opponent's turn, get the effect. I also like to side them in. When I side in my Malevolent Catastrophes, just for extra artifacts, so when they attack, they get extra summons. Worked pretty well actually today.
Cool.
And 2300 defense.
It's a neat tech.
Yeah, exactly. Just different tech. Hand traps was pretty much what I was going for today. And this is actually what helped me beat Nico in the Sylvan match because
they just lose to it.
Yeah, they have to Martial Leaf it. It's really the only out that they really have to Vanity's Fiends. So.
Cool.
And it's so easy. You Sanctum, you do anything, and you can get it.
Yeah, you always have Tribute Fodder in that deck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Extra decks, I don't have an Excitation Night, which kind of sucks, but...
You have 101?
Huh?
You have 101?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, he's pretty important.
Cowboy? Yeah. I traded my second 101, actually, for Abyss Dweller and Aurea.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Dweller's pretty important.
Yeah, I didn't have one, and I had 2 arcs, so what do I do, right?
Yeah.
One Daigusto,
Nice.
one Roach. You remember him?
Yeah.
182.
I was not expecting you to actually be running this, but it's so good right now. Like, it's so underrated against Lightsworn, Curry, of course,
Sylvan. This deck does
Sylvans.
nothing but level 4s, so I mean, I have 15 level 4 options. Oh, and level 5s, but I mean, when you really get down to it, how many options do you really have, and how many do you need of more than one? This guy, I believe, is really good and
really
underrated.
Good. Yeah. Jeff Jones, I think, did an article on this guy saying how good he is.
He's unreal.
All the soul charging and stuff going on right now.
Yeah, it's pretty stupid, actually. One Diamond Direwolf, one Silent Honor Arc, stupid card.
It is stupid.
One Black Ship of Corn, one Ragnazero. First time I actually ever played it today.
Good card. What did you Bujins?
Yeah, I pulled it out against Charles on his Bujins there.
It's interesting because it came out right after Fire Fist died, but this card would have helped the Fire Fist matchup against it so much.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a bit late.
Canada got on the island with at night.
How do you say that thing's name?
Yeah, whatever he is. I didn't pull him out today, but he's not because of the situation, but in this deck he's so good because unlike Durandal, you get to choose where the target of the MST goes, so you can start choosing your opponent's MSTs on your artifacts opposed to your opponent just blindly hitting them. One Durandal, pretty standard. He's actually pretty good in my mind.
He is good. Nobody ever makes him though. Everyone always makes plays.
I made him once today, and he actually won me the game.
Nice.
So the guy, he had a Wabaku set, and so he had a set. So 2,400 life points, I kind of just poked away and made him MST my face down scythe. So, I actually really like him, and I think he's a lot stronger in solid artifacts, which I'm actually going to build. I'm going to try it out.
I think they're still really, really good.
A solo artifact build.
That's what the second deck at Worlds was pure artifacts. So.
Yeah, and I think running 2 or 3 Durandal in a pure artifact deck could be pretty strong.
Yeah.
I run one number 61 Volcasaurus because he is once again broken.
Yeah. Windups.
He gets around hand effects. He's just stupid.
Oh yeah, I guess they missed timing. The burn damage.
Right? So he's my level 5 damage misser for getting around our corn. Then 2 Constellar Pilates. Once again,
awesome
artifacts,
card.
Pilates, stupid, chainable, bounce. Does everything for you. And one guy, the Thunder Charger.
Yeah.
I've yet to use them, but
well, you kind of need them just because you have those guys. So.
Yeah. Anytime you run any of these guys, I mean, why not?
him.
Yeah. Any one of these guys is fine. I would like to put in a Constellar
M7.
M7 in the deck.
I think he's still going for about $30 or something though. They're hard to track down.
Yeah. Primarily for when you're done using your Pilates, because he's your number 1 target, and then it's just an easy.
You can put Maxi back to your hand. You can put back Dianaya back to your hand.
Yeah,
stuff
exactly.
Like that.
So, and I would probably take out maybe. I don't know what I would take out.
Looks pretty solid.
I used everything here today except for that and that.
I think he's still really good. He pops stuff. I mean, your whole deck just pops cards anyways, so you could probably lose him.
Yeah.
He's good for putting the hands back, but then you have the spell card too. So dichotomy.
I like him because of he's accessible anytime being in the extra deck.
You can hit anything too, which is good. Fills your graveyard up right away.
That also brings me to my second point. I was running 2 Dichotomy today actually because I run one of so many, and I like to use the Dichotomy to actually recycle my extra decks.
Right.
Not just my main deck, but my extra deck.
Yeah.
You know, to use a Dweller for the second time, or even a Cowboy. Use Cowboy twice. Oh, I love Cowboy so
Cowboy's
much.
really good, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, I got Cowboy
games for days.
Twice. Did you Cowboy me once? Yeah, you did. Yeah, I got Cowboy twice today. Yeah.
Yeah, Cowboy for days.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my hat deck.
Cool, man. Yeah. All right, thanks for the deck profile, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Peace.